Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to another episode of Take It to the Table. And yes, we are here back live doing another live stream and another review episode of the last special episode of NXT 2.0. And that is New Year's Evil. And of course, I am joined for the second time in this tenure here is of course Soul. What's up, Soul? How you doing?
Oh, it was always good to be back, eh?
Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, definitely. On the roll, on the roll. So yeah, everyone that's currently watching, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe as always. It definitely helps the channel go a long way. And of course, be sure to follow us on official_TITTT as well as at Wrestling Republic for all your latest news, reviews, debates, honestly segments, impersonations, as you might have saw from one of our posts of Soul giving the Vince McMahon impressions, which is
Hey, look,
definitely
that's 4 bottles of whiskey. That'll do that to you.
for sure, for sure. But yeah, without further ado, let's take it to the table. All right, all right, all right. Like I said, we're going to be talking about NXT's New Year Evil or New Year's Evil show. It was like a very mini TV pay-per-view episode. It's pretty
It's
random.
kind of like what AEW have been doing with their sort of like fighter fests and fight for the fallen.
Yeah. And it's just more evidence, like, they always say, oh no, we don't consider AEW competition. And they're just
it's like write that down, they're doing shit again. Copy it.
It's pretty much, it's just it was crazy. But yeah, just before we go into all the individual matches, or as overall, what was your brief impression? What was your impressions of the show as overall?
Probably the most solid NXT 2.0 they've made since the change. Definitely.
Agreed, definitely. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna say that I've been watching NXT 2.0 since its debut or its premiere. Really, I've just been seeing the previews on YouTube. And
pretty much the same here. Just like highlight clips on YouTube and just what WWE posts on their Instagram about any big shit.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I felt this had a very intriguing matches, especially with a merging of two titles and obviously what they had planned for the main event as well. So yeah, it was I would say it was pretty solid as well. Definitely their best outing, like you said, since the start of this new era that they keep on trying to push.
Yes.
So of course, let's get into the individual matches. So the first match that actually started was for the NXT North American Championship and the Cruiserweight title, and it looks like they were unifying both of them. Ultimately, just basically the North American title was going to absorb the Cruiserweight title, basically.
It was definitely not the Cruiserweight title. That was definitely not going to absorb the North American and stay with that strap. Let's talk about the Cruiserweight title, because the Cruiserweight title was introduced in 2016 with the Cruiserweight Classic, right? And TJP was the first champion, right?
Yep.
Then they launched all this oh god, I can't remember, the 205 Live. That's it. The fucking really shitty show.
Well, remember they merged it first into Raw, so there was a specific segment. And then that's when they started they had a little run for that a while, and then eventually when was it Enzo that won it next, or was it who won it next? Neville. Was it Neville that won it next?
No, they don't even tell us. We don't even
actually know. No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was Neville that won it next, because that's when he turned heel. And then he was obviously, he was it was great. He's one of the best heels in the industry right now. So he was definitely holding it up. And then once Enzo Amore got entered into the mix, that's when it kind of pretty much been going downhill ever since, really.
So and then the whole shit that happened with Enzo Amore, they just kept the title off at all until a post match WrestleMania sort of stuff, or like the kickoff show, and then they crowned the new one.
Austin Aries. Yeah, pretty much. And then obviously that's when they merged with the 205 Live thing, and then God, that's 205 only in name right now. Pretty much anyone and everyone is on that show, pretty much.
I mean, it kind of shows you how much they don't care about it. I don't know if you saw, but the match graphic for the card, they used the wrong image of the title. They used the old version.
God. Yeah. They used the purple.
So what they did was, it was on one of the match graphics I saw that they had Strong holding the NXT version, but on like the main background, it was the WWE version. Because remember, they had it originally, they had the WWE Network logo on it, and then they changed it to NXT. So if they're showing that much laziness of just to use an old image of the title, they really don't give a shit about it at all.
They don't. Yeah, they don't care about it anymore. It's definitely one of those things where it was one of their new toys, and then they just got bored of it and just forgotten about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we digress. So yeah, like I said, it was a unification match between Carmelo Hayes. Is that his name?
Yeah, that's the one.
Carmelo Hayes versus Roderick Strong, who was of course part of the Diamond Mine Collective.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the opening match. What was your thoughts on this match?
Excellent, solid. I thought it was absolutely great way to open up the show.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it was very solid. Good back and forth. This was my first introduction. This is my introduction to Carmelo Hayes, really.
Oh.
Yeah, so I've always see him in segments and whatnot, but in terms of in-ring performances, this was my introduction, and yeah, he impressed the hell out of me.
Good, yeah,
I definitely feel like I've missed out quite a bit on him, so I might need to go and watch some old matches of his. That crazy move that he did near the end, it was like an X-Plex or whatever it was. That looked brutal as hell.
Kiss perfection.
100%. It was good, but yeah, solid opener. Of course, the winner was Carmelo Hayes, who's not only the North America champion, but obviously the Cruiserweight Championship. But that's all gone down. That's all been dissolved. The Cruiserweight title has been retired for the second time.
And we go for a third. Let's go for a triple. Come on, let's go. Bring it back for one time and then just retire it the next again. Let's go for a free one.
Give it another 10 years. You might see it again.
Yeah, we'll see it. Goldberg will come out of retirement and hold the Cruiserweight title. Like, it's mine. I got one more match in my contract.
For real.
I'll tell you what, though, what's going to happen with Strong? What do you think Roderick Strong's going to do after this?
I mean, it all depends on his status in. Like, if he for some reason gets kicked out of the Diamond Mine, then boy, the writing's on the wall for him.
I'm pretty sure he's re-signed the contract with WWE. He's not going anywhere for a while.
Oh, he has. Okay, all right, fair enough. So he's
100% quote me on this, but I think he's like re-signed with the company and he's happy where he is. So everyone's saying that he's going to go reunite with Undisputed Era in AEW. I don't think it's happening. So it's either he's going to stay in NXT and maybe go for a backstage role as a producer, or we're going to maybe see him go up to the main roster. But
yes. If that's the case, then makes sense. Wind your career down there. If they're definitely going to make use of him and don't put him on the chopping block, 110%. I totally agree with it. He does it. I much prefer if he did not go to the Undisputed Era, because at the end of the day, he was one of the ones that got introduced like late in. He wasn't one of the. He's not the OGs. They already got the OGs now. So and. Yeah, like if he went to AEW, I feel like he would just get lost in the shuffle, So yeah, if they actually do have some long-term plans for him, I totally agree. Stay WWE, and yeah, just keep him there. That should be totally fine. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So a solid start to the show. New champion. Didn't waste no time on that. Next up was the tag team match. Well, it was a 3-on-3 match, which was MSK and the Shaman Riddle versus Imperium and the return of Walter.
Hey.
Damn, did this guy look jacked?
Oh, he's fucking absolute unit.
Making all kinds of gains. That's the most leanest and meanest version of him I've ever seen. And yeah, he was great. Has not missed a step. Imperium, I love Imperium. MSK, also, I haven't really been watching too much of MSK. I just saw when they won the titles and won the Dusty Classic. I saw that's when I was watching them, and yeah, they're just electrifying. I do like the move sets and whatnot. But this was pretty solid. Riddle pretty much he wasn't in NXT mode. He was definitely in WWE Raw mode.
Yeah,
definitely with certain things that he was doing, because how. Sometimes when people go down to NXT, like when Kevin Owens did and everything, like you only see the NXT version of them. You don't see
they revert back to their previous version. Like, this is who I was before, but Riddle just stayed his old RK bro.
Yeah, 100%. But to be fair, like, has he really changed that much since he's been to the main roster?
He doesn't do that sandal shit anymore, where he jumps in the ring and kicks off his sandals anymore.
No, he still did. He did it there. He did it on that show. Yeah.
No,
he did. No, he's still doing that. I'm surprised. I'm real surprised that not one of them has clocked Randy Orton in the back of his head.
Oh God, that's what's going to pick up RK Bro. That's it. We've called it now. It's going to be a sandal spot. That's what is the end of RK Bro.
That's what killed RK Bro. A sandal spot, a botched sandal spot, 100%. I'll be so here for it. I'm just waiting for it to happen. It's gonna happen.
Bring it on. Moment of the year. Watch out, Randy will end up shitting in his bag or something like that. You never know.
Probably, 100%. But what was your thoughts on this match though overall?
Solid. I think it kept the momentum of the first match and just made everything feel more solid with the pacing. Like you went from a really good opener to a really good secondary match. Didn't lose the momentum. Just kept everything upbeat and ongoing. So I thought it was really good.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, good back and forth. I honestly, even though it was most likely going to be the babyface to win, but yeah, there was a point in time where I was thinking Imperium was going to be a solid unit and probably push through to obviously to get the win. They are one of my favorites to probably win the Dusty Classic, even if they go into it. Oh wait, no, they're the tag team champions, aren't they?
Yeah, Imperium.
Yeah. So they don't go into the Dusty Rhodes Classic.
No, they don't. No.
Yeah. Ignore me, the people.
So great, that's on the record.
but yeah, very good solid match. Kept the momentum, like you said. That was pretty good. So next match was before we get into this match, there was a little segment.
Yes, a segment.
Between AJ Styles and Grayson Waller. What are you feeling about this feud? Do you think it's the right move? Do you think it's going to go anywhere? Like,
no, I feel like this is just a ploy to get someone big from the main roster into NXT and get a viewer bump.
I feel like because recently it's been emerged that Jeff Hardy was scheduled to be going to NXT before his release. So I'm just wondering, was that originally Jeff Hardy's spot? But instead it is
probably more like it. They probably were like, "Oh, we've lost Hardy. AJ's doing nothing. He's in this really shit feud with Omos." So
you think that's done? I think that's still going to go to Rumble.
Oh, gosh, why? It's pointless. It's utter pointless.
I know it sucks. I just
we've got the great AJ Styles who's done all this shit in Impact, TNA, and New Japan, and now you've got him feuding with Omos. I mean,
yeah.
I don't like it personally. I feel like you're wasting AJ on something that you could do a big feud with someone else. Like maybe stick him with, like he could have been a great maybe with Big E.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I totally agree with that. I definitely think he's got one more run in him. Another if not maybe with the title, but at least fighting for the title. I think it would have been very good. Yeah, because I think I may have said it before. Big E's title run has been disappointing. He hasn't really, even though he's fought big guys, but they weren't really that meaningful. Like Lashley he only fought Lashley because obviously he was due a rematch.
Yeah,
he fought McIntyre, which would have been good, but he was going to SmackDown, and when they had the match, he was already set to go to SmackDown, so he just made it completely pointless. Exactly. And then this whole thing with Kevin Owens was just pretty much just the thing with Seth Rollins didn't feel natural because obviously he won the contract, he won the match for a random ladder match, and then it was all just people piling up on top of it. And then ultimately, no one really won out of it. It was just Lesnar. So that whole build up, if you want to call it a build up, was all for nothing. So it's like he did have a disappointing run.
Shit. Anyway, this women's match though for the NXT Women's Championship.
Yeah, fair enough. Forget that segment then. So the co-main event, which was of course Mandy Rose coming down in the helicopter versus Raquel Gonzalez, which came in a big ass motorbike. She looked a bit nervy on, but she handled herself well. And then
you should have popped some stabilizers on that just to make sure she was okay.
Yeah, I remember it pulled off, and she looked like proper shook. She was like, "Oh shit,
shit! I don't want to get stopped. I've not got a permit for this. Fuck." Also, Mandy coming down in the chopper is very Charlotte Flair-esque.
Oh yeah, 100%. That was Charlotte-esque, 100%.
I was going to sue for copyright.
Even though
Flair's going to do it because Flair's been on a goddamn copyright infringement thing against Becky for the man. So watch out, Mandy.
Get it? You get it, guys? No. Yeah, it was definitely very Charlotte Flair-esque, even though her one was a little bit, Charlotte Flair was more elegant, whereas Mandy's one, her hair was blowing into her face. You could barely hear her, but but yeah, we digress. And then of course Cora Jade. And this was the triple threat match for the NXT women's title. What's your thoughts on this one? So
solid until the finish. I thought the finish was just like I feel like something went wrong.
You feel like something went wrong? Okay. Yeah. People obviously I've been hearing a lot of people being more pissed about that it was Cora that got the pin. But people are hoping that maybe because of the way it ended, that's when she might get her one-on-one finally. But yeah, of course, if you didn't realize, Mandy Rose obviously retained the title, so I think she's a great champion.
Tell you what, though, Mandy's been on quite a journey.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, she was in that love relationship with Otis, then a feud with Sonya Deville, and then down to NXT won the championship. I mean, hell, Jesus Christ, that's a journey and a half.
I know. It's
the Otis stuff journey. The Otis stuff is like, it feels like yesterday, but it was like a long time ago now. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, that just died with a whimper. Like, there's no explanation. It just
look at Otis now. Otis lost Tucky, and then Tucky turned heel for some reason, which was never addressed.
Nope.
And then working with is it Chad Gable in the Alpha Academy, and he's like shaved his beard, and he's like, what the?
I mean, he's doing good. I mean, they for some reason they can't stop calling or referencing him as a tree trunk, but yeah, I mean, he's doing better. This is the best. I can tolerate Otis now. I hated Heavy Machinery. I'm sorry, even though I feel bad for Tucker and all that stuff, but during their tenure, I hated Heavy Machinery. So
this is where we disagree, because I loved Heavy Machinery. I thought they were funny as shit.
Okay, so this is the last time you're going to see him now. So
every time is going to be the last time for me. It's like I'm pushing the line. I'm pushing that line.
You're really pushing it. This is crazy. Like, all right, no, before we continue, why did you like Heavy Machinery? If you're not taking the piss.
No, because they were just funny, like entertaining, like just watching like their funny moments of when you were just. It was just that stereotypical, like, Southerners sort of mechanic shit. They just say funny shit and all that. But, like, with the feud with Dolph Ziggler, like, I actually felt bad for Otis. Like, that whole camera shot, he was holding the rose, comes in, and then Ziggler just takes his woman, and it drops dramatically on the floor. You're just like, fucking go for it, Otis. Kick his head in, mate. Go for it. You know Kevin Dunn was recording, and, like, this is my masterpiece. Oh, this 100%. Angle, the camera angles. I didn't have to change the camera angle every goddamn 5 seconds. But man,
you gotta love Kevin Dunn and them camera cuts, man. Jesus, and the zoom ins and everything. Oh my god,
and his goddamn buck teeth.
That buck teeth guy is Vince's right hand man, so he must be doing something right.
Oh god, I just love hearing Moxley and Cornette rip into that boy.
Rightly so, rightly freaking so. But anyway, so yeah, what were we talking about?
Women's match.
Yes, women's match. Yeah. So you say it was solid up until the finish.
Because Cora Jade's definitely the future of that women's division. So
I'd agree. Yeah, 100%. It was a bit of a weird decision. There was no reason for Raquel not to take the loss, because she just disappeared out. I don't know where she went.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with her. What are they going to do? Raquel's probably going to go up to the main roster soon.
I'm really surprised she hasn't been snatched up already. I thought like even when I thought that she was, I didn't think that she was ready. I still kind of don't think she's ready, but she's got the look. And the thing is, they don't have a replacement for Nia Jax. So I think she'd be a good replacement for Nia Jax, but that can actually wrestle and not hurt people. So
always a plus. Always a plus.
Always a plus, of course. You know, you always want to be in a safe workplace.
Well. Who knows? Maybe she'll debut at the Rumble, and then like the Raw after the Rumble.
That's a good shout. She could definitely be at the Rumble. Yeah, that's a very good shout, because right now, when you look at the Women's Rumble is actually in trouble.
Oh god, yeah, it's going to be like getting Trish back, and
it's going to be. I think it's going to be member berries. It's going to be member berries. I think.
Well, they're definitely not getting Mickie James back. We definitely know that for sure. She's
the only way they can save it. The only way they can save it is if they somehow get AJ Lee.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Nah, they're going to get Santino Marella back and have him come back as Santina.
Fuck me.
Yes! Santina for the Raw Women's Championship at Mania. Let's go. Come on.
Days.
Come out. Do the Cobra. Charlotte takes the win. Oh, yeah.
It didn't work in 2020. It's not going to work now. So we'll see.
Repetition.
So yeah, so that was the co-main event, and of course I'm going to the main event, which I'm sure this guy can't wait to talk about, is of course the main event, which is Tommaso Ciampa, the current NXT champion, versus Braun Breaker. Might I add, this is the second outing. The floor is yours. What is your thoughts on this match? Okay.
Chaos, I shed a tear. This was beautiful. This was more beautiful. This is more beautiful than Scottish independence. This was truly beautiful. Mr. Breaker, I salute to you, my friend. Well done. Well done.
Yeah, I think this was much better than that first one. 110%. This was, they felt like they were more there's better chemistry. They just, everything just flowed. So yeah, it was back and forth. Tommaso Ciampa doing Tommaso Ciampa things was great. Great outing. But of course, at the end, he basically hooked. What's that finisher called? It's not the Steiner recliner.
I think it is the Steiner recliner, isn't it?
It is the Steiner recliner, but I don't think they're calling it that.
No, yeah. Wonder why.
Like, Vince would have a fit if the commentator said, "And it's in the Steiner recliner." I'm just like, whatever.
No, not the Steiner recliner. We don't use nostalgia. We just do our own shit.
Yeah,
that's not canon. I'm sorry, Vince. All right. I don't know what's called. Fuck. But anyways, it was a good.
But yeah, the camel clutch. That's what I call it. I'm going to call it the old school, the camel clutch. And he actually made Tommaso Ciampa tap,
which is something in itself.
Tapped. I couldn't believe it. And
I tell you what, I want to give a wee tangent, and this is nothing against Braun or Ciampa. Why couldn't have this been Samoa Joe?
I know.
Why?
I don't believe them when they say that it was.
No, he's not injured. He was not injured. I see this as Vince was probably like, I don't want to use Joe. He's an injury risk.
Yeah,
I don't want him to just.
It was too coincidental.
Because Ciampa's a traditional champion. He was just transitional. He was just getting it hot for break. Oh, for fuck's sake! It's like, why couldn't you have Joe, who's a legend? Like, no offense to Ciampa. Ciampa's like amazing. Ciampa is absolutely perfect, right?
Yeah.
Why couldn't you have had Joe, who's a legend in the industry, then hand it over to not hand it over, but have this great match with this upcoming NXT star and do it that way? Why did you have to take the title off Joe? I won't understand it.
Yeah, I think you kind of hit it on the head. It's most likely Vince came out of nowhere and just said, it's a bit of an injury risk. I don't trust him, or he doesn't like his style. Because he's not injured. It's totally fine. I don't he can go, but
he was last seen doing scouting for WWE. He was last seen doing scouting. Do you think he's going to get released again?
I don't think he's going to get released. He'll probably just be backstage, which really sucks because I think he's got one more good run in him. Like, I loved the program with him and Lesnar. Was so good.
He should have won the title with that run.
Of course he should have won. Of course he should have won. He's got a major title run in him, but he's too old apparently. But unless you're Goldberg, Bobby Lashley, or who else is there? Or Undertaker, you're too old, according to Vince. So yeah, I just don't think he likes his style, and he doesn't like the fact that he's not Vince's project.
No, he was definitely saved by Triple H, and obviously Triple H not being there at the moment due to his cardiac.
Exactly.
It's like
the only exception that so far that it wasn't Vince's project, but he still obviously had a great career in WWE's AJ Styles, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, Samoa Joe, I don't think he likes doing that one too many times. And definitely Vince's call there, and it freaking sucks.
I'm gonna read you some interesting facts about Braun Breaker though, and the run he's had in NXT. So in February of 2021, he was signed with WWE and was signed to the Performance Center, right?
Yeah.
In February. September, he made his debut, which was his first live match against LA Knight, in which he won, right?
Yeah.
Then in October, he lost to Samantha Ciampa at the main event of Halloween Havoc. That's all right. December, he then pinned Ciampa during War Games to win the match for his team. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. And then January, he's won the title. So from signing to Performance Center in February to January, in nearly less than a year, just going above it, he's already won the title, which is kind of when is the last time we've seen someone like that?
Lesnar.
Yeah.
I think Brock Lesnar is definitely a perfect example of that. Yeah, it just shows that, if WWE has, have proper, if they see you as a star, they can push you to the moon as quick as you can, as quick as they want, and then just make it out. But the thing is, for some reason, I don't see many people complaining about it. Maybe it's because he's just naturally good. Yeah. And, is part of a lineage, the Steiner lineage. As much as they want to ignore that, then that's why people are accepting it, because, other people have tried it, or they try to shove it down our throats, and it just blows up.
You actually had Rick Steiner in the crowd during the show.
Yeah, he actually celebrated. Yeah, and they probably I think there's a backstage thing where it's, you see him actually celebrating with him.
Ciampa actually gives him a wee little nice thing as well, which is nice to see.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, why can you do that on TV? I mean, unless you're gonna somehow say, "Oh, that's Rick Breaker" or some shit. Jesus Christ. I don't know who that is, but it's Rick Breaker. His uncle.
What do you think is gonna happen to Ciampa though?
There's no talk about his contract right now, so I think he's still going to be there. I think he's going to take some time off. Probably do maybe one more run attempt at the title, maybe, and then just fade out, because they're slowly phasing out the NXT,
the old guard,
the black and gold brand. Yeah. So and
it's kind of weird. You look at it. Roderick Strong lost and Ciampa lost, who are really like the big identity of that black and gold brand. They lost. It really does seem like they're making way for the new wave, and they're saying goodbye to the old wave, which is a shame.
100%. I mean, do you see Braun Breaker's entrance? You saw the NXT logo. He broke the chains, and then he took out the X that was in the old NXT logo. I think it's dead now.
Dead and buried like ECW.
Yeah, Vince is actually is putting it right in front of Triple H's eyes. He's shoving him in the face in the Gorilla Princess, like, you see this? It's dead. Look closely. So
and then Triple H is getting what? Okay.
No, it's basically that's a good question. No, there's no talk about Triple H. Is he even there anymore? Or he's just?
I think he's just resting. Shawn Michaels is apparently taking over NXT's main thing with Vince's unit.
Fair play. That's understandable. Okay. But yeah, it was all in all, like we said, it was a solid show. Can't complain about it. I know this is not going to be constantly or like every episode, but it was they made that TV pay-per-view worth watching, so to speak.
Like I definitely could see people tuning in to see Braun Breaker as the title holder.
Braun Breaker, say again, sorry.
I can see people tuning in to see Braun Breaker with the title.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, see what the hype is about, and he's proved his worth, I think. And he can definitely move and everything. So it was.
Do you think they'll change the title on how it looks?
Possibly,
because
it still has the old NXT logo, doesn't it?
Yeah, I feel like those titles really don't mix well with the whole look they're going for NXT. With
it needs to be like just a complete bukkake of colors, doesn't it?
Jesus Christ.
That's what I think it needs. A whole bukkake about.
Oh God.
That ruined your.
You might as well just get the 10 pence tag titles from Raw and SmackDown and stick them on this NXT because they're colorful. Put them there.
I guess. Yeah, maybe.
It's a shame that NXT title looks beautiful.
It's a beautiful title. I think they've had a good run of titles over there, 110%.
You know what's funny? I looked on the Euroshop because I was actually thinking I might buy a replica of it. And I was like, I want to get Adam Cole's side plates, not for sale. Oh, I want to get Gargano's side plates, not for sale. The only side plates I could find were Ciampa, and I think maybe there was one for Velveteen Dream.
Oh God! Try to justify having that then.
Yeah. Fool.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, out of 10, we usually at the end of every review we give a rating out of 10 of the of the show that obviously aired. What's your rating out of 10? So
7.5.
7.5. Okay, so this was a bit better than day one because you gave day one of 6.
I gave day one a 6. Yeah, I feel like this was a lot better, just because I think because of the time constraint, it was shorter and I wasn't passing out from sleep deprivation.
No, I hear that. Fair enough. Yeah, I'll say I'll give this I'll just give it a solid 7. I'm just being awkward. So yeah, I give it a solid 7. So yeah, it's definitely better than day one. But yeah, it was the solid matches throughout. So yeah, definitely good start for the new year for NXT. Hopefully they stick to the landing. Don't try and compete with.
Hopefully they can continue this momentum and keep a good show.
Yeah, 110%, 110%.
Because I wonder what USA Network are thinking of the show right now, with its like under 500,000 viewers and.
I think we're under there 500,000 viewers, but I think they're just happy the fact that main roster people actually coming onto the show. So I think that's keeping them quiet. So yeah, we'll just have to see what happens there. But yeah, so far no complaints. They can't complain with what they're getting because they try to compete with AEW and look what happened there. So
it was a mess.
What happened? Took it to the back of the shed and shot it between his eyes. But yeah, talking about AEW, you still pumped up for the show? Still far with your predictions?
Oh, I'm ready for it. I'm sticking with everything. I feel like it's just going to be a good show. But I do feel like we're going to see Brody King debut with Malachi Black in the Brian Pillman Jr. match.
Yeah, you're going to see some debut of some sort. Even though Tony Khan has constantly teasing there's a dream signing due to come soon, very, very soon. We'll see.
I don't see Brody King as a dream signee. So who would you say is a dream signee for AEW?
The dream one would have to be, I don't know. Would you say Gargano's a dream? I mean, he's a great wrestler, of course. He's one of the best in this generation. But a dream signing, I don't know. The thing is with Tony Khan, sometimes he's good with hyping signings. Sometimes he's not.
I'll sing AEW's praises to like the Highlands and back, but he needs to just calm down with like the signees shit, all right? Because he's just signed. Was it Jake Atlas or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah. Just signed that, and it's just like Tony, like, look, mate, I know it's fun having all the signees because it gets people really hype and speculate, and just tone it down a bit, mate. You've already got a stacked roster of like over 100 male wrestlers. Let's go in the female division, maybe boost their numbers a wee bit as well, and just take it back. You've only got an hour of Rampage, 2 hours of Dynamite, and Dark and Elevation and Dark, which is you're having a problem because you're shoving good guys like Andrade and Lethal on Dark Elevation.
Yeah,
those are guys you want TV time.
I'm hoping he starts to slowly realize that he's definitely starting to overstuff. Like right now I can't think of anyone that I really want to see in AEW right now, unless they start letting go some people. Because right now, you got people complaining, and then you do some dumb shit on Twitter talking.
All right, if you were to say right now, who's 5 people you want to see leave AEW? Because I've got 5.
I don't know if the only reason I say that they should leave because I've completely forgotten about them. And that's because of their treatment of them. Brian Cage.
Yep.
To a degree, maybe Sean Spears. Because I remember because he was hyped. He was one of the first major signings, and now I was talking to one of my friends. He's also a host, a guest on the show, Rides, and he's turned into an absolute glorified sideman right now. He's just in the background, and this guy was the one that busted Cody Rhodes wide open with that botched chair shot, and he was in some major feuds. But now he's part of a group that not even the group itself really acknowledges that much. The Pinnacle, everyone's doing their own separate things. It doesn't feel like a true unit. So he's just there, and then just riding MJF's dick. I don't know what it's really weird. So I feel like he's kind of
I feel like Shawn Spears is going to be important for Wardlow's face turn.
But maybe. I don't know how, but maybe. Obviously, Wardlow is definitely turning. Like, they're taking their time with it, but it's cool. I mean, it's not like an overnight thing, which I'm with. Yeah. So, but yeah, Brian Cage, Shawn Spears,
Joey Janela.
Oh yeah, Joey Janela. Yeah. So, Sonny Kiss. Was it Sonny Kiss?
Yep.
Ooh.
Private Party.
Who? Private Party? No. I want them to leave that Hardy Office thing.
Oh, the Hardy Family Office.
They have one of my favorite tag team finishers, the Gin and Juice finisher. I love that move.
You know, I can see if Jeff Hardy could come into AEW, that's going to end up the Hardy Family Office just breaking off.
I hope so. Just something. Like, if he does go, then fine. But yeah, I hate the Hardy Family Office thing as shit. Maybe the Butcher and the Blade.
Because the Butcher who's been injured quite a bit and he's touring with his band, or is it Blade? Butcher or Blade? I don't know. Yeah,
so that's their mindset ain't there. So yeah, whatever, man. I think those are the ones off the top of my head. I'd have to really look down their roster to see who like really is just biding their time there. It's just taking up space. But yeah, what about what's your 5?
Definitely Brian Cage, because Brian Cage is just like, it's like what I think it was, who was it? Excalibur said on commentary that there's a buyer remorse about Brian Cage. It's like, yeah, that's a very true line right there. Did you see what he did on Twitter, by the way?
No, what did he do?
He did Google Google image search on his face, and it came up with Chris Benoit.
Oh God, that's mad.
That's fucking. And then he tweets about it. It's like, haha, this is funny. It's like,
no, it's not.
Dude, shut the fuck up.
Brian, you are connected to a double homicide, suicide.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Beat this boy senseless. Send hook. Send hook.
Send hook,
God. Brian Cage.
Yeah, so Brian Cage,
Brian Cage, Joey Janela, just because I feel like he'd be better in GCW. I feel like that's his sort of stuff. Nothing against Joey Janela. I actually think he's all right. Just send him maybe to GCW. Sonny Kiss as well, just because not my kind of wrestler.
Fair enough. Yeah, understandable. It's not as, because I still feel like AEW is very much grounded wrestling, and it's more, and like his style, like he's a cool wrestler, but just his style doesn't really mesh with AEW. So yeah,
and he's been there from the beginning as well, so it's not like he's not been important. He was there to help them all. But
the thing is like, I remember there was one time in Dynamite, and I saw his record, and he's been winning like 20 plus matches, but they're all on dark. And
it's like, when's Sonny Kiss gonna get a title match? Come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It should be high up in the rankings.
It's like, yes, that's how Omega loses the title to Pink Eye.
It's mad, but fair enough. Who else?
Yeah. See, I was gonna say Diamante from the women's division, but I actually think, like, I think she's okay.
Who's Diamante? I can't remember who
Diamante. Exactly.
Diamante. Oh, no, I'm actually screwed. Diamante. AEW. She looks like a bootleg Shayna Baszler. Wait, was she the one? Was she the one that had that really awkward match with that girl? And
the one that went into business for herself.
Yeah,
that's the one. I can't remember what her name was.
Yeah.
She was someone that was on Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
It's nothing against Diamante. I actually think she's pretty good, but it's like I'm not seeing enough. Like, I would like to see her do more, and I feel like she could do better elsewhere in AEW, like outside of AEW.
No, agree. Oh, is it Ivelisse? Is that her name?
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Ivelisse.
The one who like shout on Thunder Rosa, and it was like, oh yeah, Thunder Rosa's doing way better than you, sweetheart. So
not serious, but
and the final one, I would say it's either Private Party or, have I already said Private Party? I can't remember. It's the Hybrid 2.0. Angelico.
Oh, Jack Evans and the other guy.
Yeah, just because they're stuck in the Hardy family lost, I think it's mostly like a lot of the wrestlers are in wrong positions.
Yes, 100%. Like that whole group, that Hardy thing is just a bunch of random people. It doesn't make no sense.
Mexican awesome luchadors who can dance in time and got rhythm, and you've got the Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny who are like hardcore, crazy masochists, and then you've got Private Party, and it's just like this is like someone's just done a bunch of coke and went, right, let's get the luchadors, the dancers, and the masochists. Let's go for this faction and see if it works.
Yeah, pretty much. It really doesn't make sense. And all the storylines that they've been involved in, they've absolutely been dire. Like that stuff with Matt Hardy and Orange Cassidy.
The hair versus hair match with Jack Evans.
Like it's just absolutely terrible. So yeah, I think they all need to disband. Matt Hardy needs to stop being this fake Vince McMahon thing that he's got going on. And then just try and maybe not go all the way back to broken Matt Hardy, but or just be just normal Matt Hardy.
Just be V1 Matt Hardy. You know,
V1, that's the one. V1.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, no offense to Matt Hardy, because I think Matt Hardy is amazing, but his run in AEW has been pretty lackluster.
It's been dire. It has been dire, and I think both he's had runs in two major companies, and they've been for the most part dire. Like his WWE run, the last one, is much better than what he has done now. I think it's more memorable.
Yeah. You could like matches with Matt Hardy. The only one I could think of is the one with Sammy Guevara where he like got seriously knocked.
Yeah.
Stable spot. And then I could look more into his WWE or not. He had that amazing return with the Hardy Boys at WrestleMania. Had the match.
I was there, by the way.
Oh, you were there. You must have had some ear problems the day after.
I don't know. All I know is that I had to get some water, and also I had to clean myself and go to the toilet. That was just like when I heard that music, I was just like, yeah, my night is set.
You passed out, you saw Jesus, and Jesus flicked your head back to reality. I was like, oh, I'm back.
Pretty much. Yeah, definitely. That was freaking amazing. That was one of the so far nothing's topped that in terms of. Have you ever been to a Mania?
No, I've never been to a wrestling event at all.
No. Oh,
no.
Wow.
Actually, I'm booked to go to Revolution this year, so that will be my first.
Oh, I envy you! I can't wait to go to an AEW event, man. I can't wait.
I got the 3-day event thing, so I've got Rampage, the Fan Fest, and then Revolution.
Oh man, where is it again? Where is it?
Orlando.
Oh my God, I hate you. Florida is like my second home. I love Florida, man.
Like if I get to see a live CM Punk match, you're not gonna see me. I'm gone. I'll be gone.
Oh,
gone to the Never Plains. I'm gonna see God and be like, "Why are you here, my child?" Saw a CM Punk match. He's just gonna fist bump me. He's like, I understand.
Yeah, I understand, my child. Oh my God, that's gonna be so lit when they come to the UK. I don't care how expensive the front row seats are. I'm getting one. I want to be front row.
I'll be right beside you. We'll have a glass of whiskey and we'll be like, "Here we fucking go." Do you know where there's it's rumored they're going to be in Fulham, around the Fulham, because Tony Khan owns Fulham FC?
It's likely. I mean, I've been to that stadium. It's not. I mean, it'd be kind of weird, but especially with the seating, because they got old wooden seats. I don't think they've modernized it, so it's gonna be really awkward. But if they most likely probably would be there, I'll be fine with that or Wembley Arena. Not the stadium, not the big one, the small one.
The small one. I want them to come to the Hydro in Glasgow.
Fair enough. For convenience purposes, of course.
Yes, of course, yes. And a Scottish crowd is always amazing.
Of course, of course. Yeah, you guys are rowdy, man. I love it.
We do our best.
But that's cool. Fair enough. So yeah, we went on a tangent there, but yeah, that is our thoughts on AEW as well. Oh, just to wrap it up, final thing as well. Yesterday on Raw, Brock Lesnar has announced that he's going to be showing up on SmackDown. Apparently, going to be talking to Roman Reigns. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is his MO? Going into SmackDown? Like, I mean, he's already champion. Why they're still going on? Why do you think it's still going on with this feud with? And more importantly, you think Reigns is going to be there, or is it going to be via satellite?
I think it's. I mean, how long has Reigns tested positive for COVID for? Because the isolation period I know is 10 days. Usually, they isolated for.
He found out that he popped for that literally on the day of the one. So that was Saturday. So, unless sorry,
it's not been 10 days then.
No, it's not been 10 days. It won't be 10 days. That'll be 9 days. No, that'll be 6 days. Can't fucking count.
Unless the American policy is completely different from the UK and the NHS's.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. But anyway, I think Brock's MO is that I think it's going to be a title unification.
You think it's going to be a title unification? Okay, all right. So so you don't think that Lashley's going to win the title at Rumble? Because that's what people are saying. He's probably going to win the Rumble. He's going to win at Rumble. Biggie wins the Rumble. Biggie versus Lashley at Mania. He gets the title back. And then,
I think Big E's done in the main title picture.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
I think Vince is looking at the New Day merch sells well. They all do good stuff. Just keep them together and just keep the status quo the same.
It sucks.
That sort of thing is like, why would you take risk on a business venture that works? Yeah, you could take the risk and possibly earn more money.
Yeah,
you're more satisfied with sticking things the way they are and just earning that bank. Which is a shame to Biggie and Kofi and Xavier because they're all grand. Everyone loves them. But you've just been typecasted in a role of the tag team. I mean, they could win tag team championships till the end of time.
Yes, very much so. I'm surprised. Have they beaten Dudleys yet? No, probably not yet.
I doubt the Dudleys are ever going to get back together.
No, but I mean, like, have they beat?
They've probably beaten every tag team that's came through.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, in terms of how many reigns, just wondering if they beat the amount of times because I know Dudleys have won it like about almost 20 times, I think. To double check, but yeah, that is it's a shame. Definitely. Sorry,
I would say the New Day are close to breaking that record. They'll break it one day.
Yeah, I think probably, yeah. Sad times for Biggie.
Oh, definitely sad times. I just hope we get a nicer championship out of the Universal and main title.
Yes.
To think about it, if you think about it a business way, you've had them up in the shop forever. You can get more. You can just keep them there and just keep them in a warehouse and just sell them. The main thing they're trying to sell is the side plates. You wouldn't change the title so much that the side plates doesn't change because then you could be like, oh, hey, your old side plates will work on the new one. Or if you want to be a dick, you would change the side plates design and be like, oh, no, you want the new side plates, you've got to buy them because they only fit this championship. It's like, it's a business venture because at the end of the day, that's what the titles are. They're a way, you have to design them in a way that they can sell in the shop and get more money out of them for. So if they do decide to bring a new one in, I think it'll be drastically different, but it'll still keep the side plates. It's not good. I don't think we'll ever see the days of having nameplates, like the signs.
Oh yeah. I think that's done and buried. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, definitely for sure. But yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, sad times, but yeah, well, who knows?
Business 101.
Sorry?
Business 101. Just make
business 101 for sure. But yeah, on that note, guys, we've come to the end of this show. So please make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in the comments as well of what you think of NXT's New Year's Evil, and how do you feel about Big E's title reign, should I say? As well. So be sure to check the rest of the news, reviews, debates, everything, like I said, on WrestlingRepublic.com, as well as at Wrestling Republic on Instagram. And be sure to follow us at official_TITT. And of course, if you ever want to follow Soul, you want to drop your social?
Social on Instagram is at SoulGameMan1, 2, and 3. Follow me there for anything you need.
Awesome. Yeah, so as always, I have been your host, Chaos. This has been Taken to the Table. And until next time, guys. Peace.